So let's jump to the next stage where we gonna import all the export render elements from our 3D Studio Max. There are a couple of ways of doing this, but I'm gonna show you the best one and my favorite of importing render elements in my Photoshop scene. So I just need to crop all of them and just pull it into my scene. Actually, this is the way of creating a smart objects immediately. And this is the secure way of not damaging some of them when you, let's say, wanna use the brush over it and casually gonna paint it over. But if you really want to work with it, to cut something or to brush over, you just need to pick the brush, and there is a window which always appears and asking you if you really want to do this. So the way of just drag the render elements is the easiest and really comfortable way of doing the right import in your Photoshop scene. So as you see, what I'm doing now is just starting with the raw render, and I just need to increase a little bit the lights. Also, I have Z-depth exported, object IDs, reflection, alpha channels, and that's it. Actually pretty enough for my workflow for the moment. So again, I just imported my shadow, raw V-Ray shadow elements into my scene. I'm gonna use substance overlaying mode and decrease to get 40-15%, and this is the way of getting nice deepness of the objects with the help of V-Ray shadow. So you see, my render in general is pretty clean, and I got nice details with the snow, and by using this place map I just made the footpath in the snow. So now we're going to continue with another render elements. Here, for example, I have the refraction, which I'm gonna use now for the glass of my bungalow. I'm gonna put it just below and used in the screen or soft lights, or every time you can play and study which adjustment will fit best for what the result you're aiming for, and always with opacity. These both things are running always together just to have nice adjustment settings on the overlapping mode and opacity. So that was it with the refraction map. Now I'm gonna continue with what I have here. Texture map, for example, extra texture map, which I use for my ambient occlusion. This is my workflow of using extra texture map on my render elements when I apply it with ambient occlusion. And if you adjust a bit the ambient occlusion with the size you would like to have, you can increase it to have some more dark edges on the corners or nice smooth tiny edges. Here I got also my alpha channel. You see in the white and black color all the objects got in the perfect way. I'm gonna use it for later on for putting my sky in the background. So I just put, as you see on my screen in the mask, my alpha channel, and there's actually two ways where you can find from my free videos. On the free tutorials you can find here how to use the Z depth by putting into the mask, and this is the same way you can use for using alpha channel in mask. So again, once you have your rough render, and the second stage is to import all the render elements one by one and studying which details you need from it. In general, what you need are all the materials and object IDs, reflection and refraction, Z depth, alpha channel is a must, because without alpha channel you can't actually cut all the surrounding objects and to put a nice background or sky. So I'll continue with the lighting map and play with the opacity. And this is the workflow, actually, step by step, of getting the best photorealistic result. You can also, of course, speed up much more by applying different adjustments if your deadline is pretty short, but this is the general and the real professional way of using mask into your scene. So let's proceed further with the Z depth. In my bungalow scene, I just drag it and drop in my scene how I showed you previously, and by confirming I got in my scene as a smart object. So in the free tutorials you can follow exact the steps of using Z depth. Two techniques I'm showing you there. You can following exact what I'm doing there, and also I'm gonna show you here how I'm using it also my Z depth. You can select by controlling A and put it in the mask. Also you need to invert it like just now what I'm showing you, and put some color in the layer. In my case I got white, and you see actually you don't see nothing in the background, and this is because of the Z depths. If you decrease a little bit the opacity, you'll see immediately that the background start to appear again, and this is the real power of Z depth. Actually you get a nice feeling of the depth in your scene. So that's the way of our Z depth render mask, and the way how you can use it. Of course you can paint it over with another color if you don't like to have it in white. You can have it in a blue, and to paint over also you can have it nice focus on some of the objects, or the cleanup area you don't like. Actually what I'm doing right now, I don't want to have in the front side of my bungalow the Z depth effects, so I need to delete it by brushing it over with the black color on the mask, what I'm showing you right now. So these all the render elements I'm using my scene, and you see the difference by showing you what was it before applying them and after them. And now we're going further with the next stages. So thanks for watching.